Our government is not required to prove moral legitimacy, only legal authorization. And today, that authorization is circular. The state authorizes itself. The reason protests keep happening in this country, it isn't confusion. It's certainly not ignorance, and it's not manipulation. But it is this. The government can always say it acted legally. And as citizens, we can feel something is wrong, but there is no law that forces the government to answer our feeling. In our wheelhouse, we lack any operational capabilities that is symmetrical with government enforcement. And that explains the pressure that you feel everywhere. It's why anger keeps recycling, why protests keep erupting without resolution. It's why people feel heard emotionally but never answered by elected representatives of the people. Because what's actually broken isn't protest. It's the relationship between our moral instincts and what's justice and the law's interpretation of criminal statutes. Here's what I mean. The government operates inside legality, statutes, emergency powers, delegated authority, internal review, qualified immunity, and jurisdiction. And when we challenge it, it answers with legal process. Even when something feels deeply wrong, the American people's response is simple. And they respond legally that we are not authorized. And that ends the formal conversation. The public operates somewhere else. They operate out of instinct, moral injury, collective memory, the felt sense that something has crossed a line. That instinct is ancient. It's older than our Constitution. It's older than our courts. And it once had legal recognition under Anglo-American common law doctrine. The right to resist unlawful force. The right to directly redress grievance when government power detached from justice. But now we are faced with asymmetrical imbalance. The government answers us in legal processes, and the two operating systems no longer meet. People feel compelled to act because something is wrong. But when they ask, what law can I confront this with? There is no longer a living doctrine the government has to submit to in return. That's the symmetrical imbalance. Not that the protest is illegal, not that the protest is futile, but that the citizen's instinct no longer has a reciprocal, symmetrical legal handle. The old common law architecture assumed symmetry. If power overreached, resistance could be lawful. Today, resistance is pre-classified as disorder, or worse, a domestic terrorist threat. So when people say, we protested anyway, they're not wrong. They're acting out of a moral inheritance, their instincts. But they're doing it in a legal landscape that quietly removed the bridge between grievance and remedy. This isn't a call to protest. It's an explanation of why protest keeps happening even when it no longer fits inside the law that governs it.